Yes.
Hi, I'm Fawzi Ben Zaga. I've been living in Tunis for the last 35 years. I'm graduated from the Faculty of Medicine of Tunis, and I live in Tunis. And being one of the citizens of this country makes me really proud of it. Not only for the last events, but also and mainly for the huge cultural heritage that this country has, and what makes it really quite different from other countries in the Mediterranean area.
Fawzi, what has happened since mid-January how have you been feeling the change since the middle of January in the revolution?
If you allow me, I would not describe it myself as a change, but I think it has got a discovery. Tunisia has discovered its own and real potential, which was put down for years by a system which is not really belonging to Tunisians and doesn't really identify Tunisians, neither recognize the real potentials of Tunisians, both men and women. I think what happened during the revolution of January 14th has discovered not only the potentials of Tunisia, but also of all the Tunisians together. I think the word Tunisians are pulled together just after January 14th is the right word. They have discovered themselves, they are pulled together, they discovered the huge potential of being just one voice.
You mentioned some things that took place in your neighborhood that struck you. Can you
Definitely
share with people a little bit what?
You see, it was really very unusual for me living in this neighborhood in the southern suburb of Tunis for the last 12 years. I've never met my neighbors. All of a sudden, when there has been this power vacuum and we have to fulfill our duty to make the neighborhood safe, not only for the private belonging, but also for the public belonging. I discovered that they've got great neighborhoods. I discovered that they got, as a neighbor, an ENT surgeon, a computer engineer, a taxi driver, and a bank employee, and all together we're having shifts, of guarding the neighborhood and fulfilling our duty to guard it and to make it safe, not only for our private belongings, but for everybody's. And we've been chatting, we've been discussing about future projects, and having a soccer club and a computer club, and changing the neighborhood, and even changing the way we are looking to the world of Tunisia, the way that people and the government is governing us. So I think local democracy and local democracy is starting to emerge as a choice, but also as an alternative of the old regime, which was really not only oppressing us, but oppressing everybody. So everybody now discovering our real potentials, how to govern and how to make this Tunisia join the developed countries. And that was absolutely great and absolutely very, very challenging.
We're now one full week into February, so since the departure January 14th, do you feel there is an issue of safety? Are people feeling a sense of normalcy? How would you describe it? I know also you travel to the northwest, to El Kef, where you have family. You have a brother who's in the southwest, Tozur, in some of the areas that perhaps had seen demonstrations. How would you describe the situation now in terms of if someone wanted to visit, or just for in general, how would you describe it?
In general, the life has come back to normal, really normal. Well, except in some areas where people, it's really personal apprehensions, it's really, some people, they still feel not really secure, it's just a feeling. But in fact, if you come across the country, just my brother has left, he came from the southwest of Tunisia, from Tozur. He drove in more than 250 miles. I myself went 3 or 4 times to the northwest of Tunisia. And I've been really enjoying it, and people are really enjoying it, because before traveling less than 15 to 20 miles, you cross maybe the police, traffic, the huge numbers of police, etc., which makes you rather nervous. So now people are much more relieved, but still there's this impression only. Now I think by the second week of February, people are more and more confident as you see more and more number of cars not only traveling during the day but also during the nights. People are going out, the people are enjoying, and I think we have to wait some time to see the real change coming up. People are more and more confident. Why? Because there's less and less rumors of unsafety, of gangs, of people, which is in fact rather doing relative to rumors than to in fact being real, definitely.
Yes, rumors abound.
Definitely. You know why? Because for the last 6 years we didn't have a real system of papers, of information, of media, of free media. So rumors were working rather than the official media of the papers. You see, that was the parallel for the real information. So now, if you can see the papers throughout Tunisia and even the media, so you cannot imagine yourself. You open the national TV channel, and they are discussing about subjects which was not only taboo, but discussing these subjects sometimes ago would cost you your freedom.
So just in closing, what's your feeling of 6 months down the line? Are you optimistic that the political transformations that will have to take place, the situation obviously economically in the short term there's some setbacks, but what's your, if you have to envision 6 months down the way for Tunisia?
I'm very confident. Tunisians, they have discovered they have got huge potential inside, but also they've got a lot of Tunisians outside who are very enthusiastic and absolutely eager to help the economy. On the short term, I think a transitional period is absolutely very necessary to stabilize things and to look towards to which directions we are going, either politically and either economically. The political changes are going to make our country very attractive for foreign investors, but also absolutely very, very nice country to live in as it used to be, and even much better, because we are very confident. I personally very confident in future. And one message to say to our friends all over the world: there's one way to support Tunisians in their very nice and brave revolution, is to come over by hundreds, by thousands to this to share this beautiful, lovely country.
Thank you, Fawzi. We wish you lots of good luck, and thank you for sharing with us.